Hey everybody, you know what the definition of disappointment is? It's you. No, actually it's sadness or displeasure caused by the non-fulfillment of one's hopes or expectations. That's what describes the Ben 10 reboot. Okay, enough of making fun of the show that looks like a Teen Titans Go ripoff. This video is actually about all the generations of Ben 10 Omnitrix toys, because there's a lot of them. Honestly, I think this is one of the reasons that Cartoon Network even kept Ben 10 on for multiple seasons, because holy crap, there's a buttload of toys. Okay, now to start off with the original series, Omnitrix FX. Okay, this thing is amazing. It's super hard to find because it's not sold anywhere like most of these toys, but this one is actually really good. I was actually lucky enough to get one of them from eBay, and it came with like paint marks on it. I don't know why is this thing near paint, but okay. Anyway, basically the function of the Omnitrix is it has the basic functions from the show. Basically, you can pop up the Omnitrix, turn the dial, take an alien, and slam it down and it'll make the noises. It's just the basic Omnitrix like the show. And it even times out if you stay on an alien for too long. It's actually pretty cool. It doesn't have like a gimmick or anything like the other Omnitrixes that I'll be talking about later. But I'll say this one's the best, at least in my opinion. It also can be found out of the package for $60 or in the package for around $300 to $500 for some reason. If you're collecting the toys, there's no point of paying $300 for a box. Anyway, that's it. On to the next one, which is the Deluxe Omnitrix. I never had this one, but it seems pretty cool. It has two modes, a battle mode and the normal mode. I think the battle mode is basically a villain would pop up on the screen of the middle of the Omnitrix, and you would have to choose the right alien to defeat that villain or something. And in normal mode, it was just normal. Just pick your alien and did the same thing basically like with the FX. This one can be found on eBay for around $80 to $130, and I'll tell you this Omnitrix is also very cool. I don't know what happened later on when they were making the toys, but the first two Omnitrixes that were released are awesome. The next is Omnitrix Alien Viewfinder. This one isn't that interesting. This one is just a viewfinder. Like, you pop these little discs, you look inside the whole thing. That thing looks like a tumor on the bottom of the Omnitrix. I don't know whose design idea was this, but it was not good, my friend. It was not good. This one is also the cheapest, and it can be found from like $20 to $40. I couldn't even find any YouTube videos on it. I can only find like these two Mexican dudes reviewing it, but they weren't in English, so I didn't watch them. And anyway, moving on to the next generation of Omnitrix toys, onto the Alien Force ones. The Ultimate Omnitrix. This is where the names start to get confusing. Anyway, this is the watch from Alien Force. This one I would call the most accurate one. It just looks like the most accurate one to the show. There's no triangle thing protruding from the bottom like in the FX watch. It's like the FX where it has no gimmick or anything. It doesn't have a tumor on the bottom of it. It's straight to the point, and it comes with these figures that you place on it. I don't know if it pops up the dial, but you can turn the dial definitely, and you can place these figures on, and once you press it down, it'll make the noises like the watch, but it's different because it's the Alien Force one. And this one can be found from $30 to $70. Anyway, on to the next one, the Omnitrix Illuminator. Now, this one doesn't even get an intro. This one is literally just another tumor looking watch. Okay, what's the one after that one? Oh, I like this one. Omnitrix Bi-Optixx. Okay, this watch is crazy. I never found out about this watch until last week when I started writing this video. I didn't know this thing existed, and I know most of all the watch toys. And this is such a crazy idea, but I don't know why no one knows about it, and I can only find it on like Google Images and not on eBay or anything like that. This one also came with discs, but it was not a viewfinder. Do not worry, there's no tumor on this thing. Basically, you insert the discs, and you can watch Ben transform from inside the dial. It's very strange. By the way, the font on the box art looks really weird. Does anyone remember the Mystic Force Power Rangers? Because the packaging, I swear to God, uses the same font as that show. It's so funny. Okay, anyway, onto the Omnitrix Mini. This one is kind of like the Ultimate Omnitrix, but without the noises. It's not as strange as this, But strange enough, it would like give you these plastic things, I don't know how to say them, and you like insert them into the watch, and you like put the character's like image or symbol on it and it's like a sticker. You would pop it up and slam down the watch, but there would be like no noise. It's a pretty fun Omnitrix to use, but it's pretty regular by the normal standards of the Omnitrix toys, at least up to this point. Next is the Ultimatrix. This is the first Ultimatrix toy, and surprisingly enough, it's not that special. All it does is really light up when you turn the dial, which is pretty cool because no other Omnitrix toy up to this point was just like flat, only dial, didn't do anything that much. I mean, this thing does technically like light up, but I don't think you get much joy out of just something lighting up when you move it. On to the next one, which is also not that useful or good, but still, the Ultimatrix Mini. This one you just slap down the dial and it like spins. That's all it does. It just spins like the dial around, goes to a different alien. You don't even get to select the alien. You just have to keep slapping it until you get the right one. And it's always popped up. When I was younger, I had this one, and I used to put tape on it to make it stay down. That just tells you that it isn't that fun to play with compared to the other ones. Actually, funny enough, this one can be found for like $50 to $500 on eBay. I know it's very strange that some people find this better than this. I don't know how, but it happens. Next is the Viewscope Ultimatrix. This is another one I have. Basically what it is there's like these cylinder things that you put inside the watch and then you pop it up. And it has like a light. I don't have the light because I'm out of batteries and I'm too lazy to put it back in. So yeah, you just do that, and then you turn the dial, which I'm missing the dial by the way, don't question it. Then you slap it down, and there's no noise, that's it. You just choose, and there's different cylinder things, but I only have this one, so you get the idea. The Legacy Omnitrix. This one is actually really cool. You get to make your own Omnitrix. There's so many combinations, I don't even know where to find them, and I think they make separate parts, like some people have 3D printed some stuff. It looks super cool. Like this one looks awesome. I wish I had this. This would have been so cool. But anyway, that's it for this one. Next up is the Omnitrix Touch. So this is the first Omnitrix in the Omniverse line of toys. At least that I'm talking about. I don't actually know if it is. This one's pretty cool. What it basically does is when you open the Omnitrix, when it goes down, it shows the dial. But this time you don't move it. You have little dots on the screen that you touch, and they just make the aliens noise. I think the design is really sleek, but they could have done more. But Omnitrix Challenge. This one is something I would call almost as disappointing as the Illuminator. The challenge, basically, you just put these little figures inside the Omnitrix, and then pull on this little button, and then they just fling out. I don't know how I got this when I was younger, and how I didn't get the Touch instead. I really wish I got the Omnitrix Touch instead. That would have been 10 times better. You know, we live in a society where people kill each other over a fry, and I can't get what I want. Omnitrix AI. So this one has a little smaller design than the challenge. In this one, you basically, it's just the FX, but with the Omnitrix from Omniverse. That's literally it. This one is also one of my favorites because I just like the sounds, and it's just generally better than the Touch. But yeah, that's it. On to the next one, the Omni-Link. This one's cool. It comes with a DVD, and the DVD links up to the watch, and whenever something plays on the TV, or like whatever and the DVD plays, it'll link up and play news on that watch. It's pretty cool, but that's all it does really. And yeah, that's all the watches I'll be covering today. Forget the reboot ones, they all suck anyway, and see you guys later. See ya.